Hello, hello. For those that don't know, for the past 2 or so years, I've been trying multiple different streams for passive income, side hustles, and my whole goal has been to find truly passive income streams. I've even wanted to change side hustles to side slackers or side saunters, something that gets my point across that I don't really want to hustle at any of these income streams. So I decided to create a tier list based on my findings of all the ones that I've tried in the past, that I've actually put good time into and not just did for a week and then gave up on it. And this tier list is going to be based off the most passive side income streams that I've found. We're going to start with the S tier and go down because we want to focus on the best ones. So to start with, we're going to go with the breathalyzer vending machines. For any of those that have not watched my videos on these, they're small vending machines that go into bars and restaurants. People can pay $1 in quarters for a blow, or some of my machines have credit card readers on them and they can pay with credit cards. They get several seconds, actually a couple minutes, to blow into the machine. They get their blood alcohol reading. It's mainly used for fun. It's mainly placed by the games or the arcade in the bar area. Now, the reason this is going to the S tier is because it is the simplest side hustle or passive income stream I have found. The company I bought mine through is called Breathalyzer in Every Bar. All you have to do is call them up, tell them how many machines you want, tell them where you're located. They will find the bars for you. They will install them for you. They'll show you how to use them, of course. And then you only go and collect the money and refill straws. And it can hold up to 500 straws, I believe. So you don't have to go very often is the whole point. So this one goes to the S tier because you don't have to find the locations, you don't have to install them, and when you do go refill straws or collect money, that's really all the work you're doing. Besides that, they are just making money and you don't have to do anything, which is great. Now onto the A tier, we are going to place Avail car sharing. This is one of the first passive income streams I started with, and it was great. I wish they were still in business. They're not in business anymore ever since the country has recovered from the pandemic, which is great. Rental cars are not as scarce anymore, but for those that don't know what Avail was, they were at multiple airports around the country. They would use end user cars, or like if I was going to fly out, I could park my car with them for free and then they'd rent my car out while I was gone. Or if you wanted to rent your car long term, you could do that as well, and they'd guarantee you $300 a month. So for every rental that your car was on, you'd get like $20 a day, something like that. But they'd guarantee $300 a month and you wouldn't have to do anything. It was fantastic. I did this for over a year. Then they closed down in my area and I didn't do anymore. But it gets the A tier because it was super simple as well. Once the car was there, you didn't have to do anything with it. They would do basic repairs, they would clean it, they would handle the bookings of it, drop off, pick up, all that stuff. But it's not an S tier, one, because it's out of business, so that's unfortunate, but two, because you did have to find a car, and it was kind of expensive to get into, right? If you wanted to go long term, you had to find an extra car, one that was a good enough deal that it was all right to just have being rented out all the time. But I love it. I wish it was still in business. I'd still be doing it today if possible. B tier. For B tier, we are going to go with crypto mining. Now, this one is kind of cheap, I guess, if you want to call it that. Not as in how much it costs to get started, but as in a lot of people do crypto mining. But it goes to the B tier because there's really nothing you have to do with it once you get it set up. The way I was doing it, I was using a software called NiceHash. And that one would stop running every now and then. So I would have to make sure I checked on it. It does have a phone app that would let me know if a machine was down. But about once a week, I'd have to check on it and restart it mining. But once it was mining, didn't have to do anything. It did put off a lot of heat in my house. It was hard to get into when I got into it because the GPUs were super expensive. But it goes to B tier because, once again, once you buy the parts, put them together, and install the program, there's probably even simpler programs that don't stop running as frequently as mine did. It would run itself and it would make money. I made almost $2,000 with, if you take in the price of crypto right now, but I lost all that to FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried, which is fantastic. I wasn't invested in FTX. but they basically gave money to a bunch of other crypto companies, and I was in one of those crypto companies and lost all my money. Anyways, this video is not about what makes the most money. It's about what's the simplest and most passive. So moving on to the C tier, we're going to place my sports card and memorabilia shop. This one, I actually love this one. Even though it takes a little bit more effort, I'm happy to do it. This goes to C tier because I continually have to search for new items to sell through my shop, whether that be jerseys, card packs, boxes, whatever. I continually have to do it, which that's the fun part of reselling to me, is the searching for, finding great deals, being able to get them at a smoking price so you can sell them for profit. That's the fun part, and that this card shop gives that to me. So for those that don't know, my card shop is in an antique mall, if you want to call it that, and I have a booth there. So once I place the stuff there, all I have to do is find the items, price them, and place them in my booth. Then they sit there. If someone wants to buy something, they'll grab it, take it up to the register at the front. The people that work there will do the transaction, and that's it. I don't have to ship anything. I don't have to organize anything. I don't have to be there watching it. I have lost some money in some stolen items, but I make more money than I lose, of course, or I wouldn't be doing it. But it goes to C tier because it does take a little bit more hands-on to find the items and price them than the first three tiers here, the first three passive income streams. But it is fun. I do like putting forth a little bit more effort for this one because I get to find great deals, and it's fun to send out offers and try and get smoking deals. Now on to tier D here. We are going to place vending machines, as in snack and soda vending machines. I have had a couple. If you watch one of my first video about snack and soda vending machines, I say they suck, and they can, based off the location. My first ones were about 20-25 minutes away from me. I could only go during business hours of that company, which was like 7 to 5, which I also work a day job, so that didn't really work. I'd have to like take time off or schedule specific time to go refill them. They only made a little bit of money. But on the most passive side of things, I have to not only find good deals on items, a lot of soda, people just think you go to Costco, but you don't. A lot of places like Fry's or grocery stores, they will have weekly sales that are a better deal than just buying in bulk. So you got to keep an eye out for deals, and then you got to go buy the stuff at the store, then you got to go to the soda machine or the snack machine and refill it, and refilling can take a while because even though it's real easy, just set them in slots, it does take a while if there's a lot missing. So that's why it's a D tier. Still great. Still something I enjoy now because I got new machines that are closer to me, only like 7 minutes away. So that cuts down, it makes it more passive because it cuts down the travel time. But that's why it's in D tier. Now if we go to E tier, we are going to place flipping items. I use shoes because I used to flip Jordans. I still have several that I'm going to be selling here once the price goes up on them, hopefully. Long and hold type items. But flipping, something quicker, is different than reselling in my point of view because you're not just going out to Goodwills or thrift stores and trying to find something that looks interesting and look it up on eBay or Amazon and see if it sells for a lot. With flipping, it's going to sell, right? Like the way I did, I had a video about this for sneakers. I'd go on Whatnot. I'd watch Whatnot sneaker streams. When I saw an item that I thought was priced low, I would then immediately on another tab or on a different screen go to StockX or GOAT and see what they're selling for right now on those sites. And what I did a lot of time, I was able to pick something up from Whatnot for cheaper, sell it immediately the next day on StockX or GOAT because I already knew that they could sell right then for that price. So that's what I consider flipping. Also with vending machines, I flipped vending machines before because now I know what a good price is for them and that they will sell. There's interest. So that's why flipping's at E, because it does take more time. You're buying the items, which once again I enjoy doing, but it's below the sports card shop because I also would have to package the items, list the items, and then send them out. Even though I'm selling them really quick on StockX, those extra steps take some time. Got to go to the post office, got to have the packing material, stuff like that. So they go to E. Still fun, still something I might do from time to time if I find a great deal or if I find another item that I can get regularly and flip. I used to flip DVD VCR combo players. That was great because I knew those would sell easily. But once again, I had to go for those. It was even less passive because I would have to go to thrift stores and try and find them and then find working ones. But anyways, flipping items that you know will sell. For me, it was sneakers. Then the F tier. that is going to be water and ice vending machines. I was so excited to get into these. For those that don't know, I live in Arizona. It's always hot around here. People always want water and ice. I was so excited to get into these. I found several, bought them. It took me over a year to find a location for them. So you think, oh, I'm used to vending machines. I have breathalyzer vending machines. I have snack vending machines, water and ice vending machines. How much different can that be? But it is very different. They take a lot more time. Once again, this one, the breathalyzer vending machine, is at the S tier because it takes no time. Didn't have to find locations, didn't have to set them up, don't have to go fix anything on them, just collect money and refill the straws. Water and ice machines, they're a lot bigger than all these other vending machines on my list, so they take up a lot more space. The property owners are hard to deal with sometimes. I was offering $800 a month to rent a spot, couldn't get anyone that would take it. Just a little, well, it was fairly big, maybe like a 6x6 spot on their property. I would offer profit shares, couldn't get anyone to take it. So I ended up, after a year of having bought these machines and paying to put them in a storage yard until I found a spot, went with someone that was an hour and a half away from me because I thought once I get these set up, they won't need me to go out there. They won't need any attention. I was wrong. Got them set up. Every week, something would go wrong. The bags would jam, and I would have to go out and open them up and unjam it because this was all contained inside of itself, so you couldn't just pull the bag out as the end user. It was a headache. I still think they could make a lot of money, but they are not passive. That is for sure. I didn't make a lot of money, but I think if in the right location they could, but they are not passive. And once again, this is the passive tier list. Now, finally, a bonus one, just because I dislike it so much and a lot of people talk about it. It's going to go down here below F, is reselling. Reselling is fun because you get to go out on this like treasure hunt, basically. I think that's why a lot of people do it. But I have found a lot of stuff does not resell easily. Even if you see it on eBay or Amazon, great prices, you have to store it. You have to go find it. You have to clean it, package it, ship it, list it, take pictures. It takes more work than any of these. Even more work than the water and ice machine, because once you do get it set up, it does last a while. And you could say that about reselling. Oh, once you get it listed on eBay, it will be there forever, right? It's not. If you watch all these reseller YouTubers or other people that make reselling videos, they tell you, you got to be up on it. You got to be sending out offers, accept offers, responding to messages. This is all on it. You got to be changing prices. You have to be relisting, editing descriptions, editing pictures. They always tell you if it's not selling, it's because you're not doing enough. Well, once again, I think reselling is fun, and for the right people, it's great. But this is my most passive tier list, and reselling is not even on it. It's off of it at the very bottom. But once again, most passive, breathalyzer vending machines, bought through breathalyzer in every bar because they will find you the locations. They will install it for you. I think you can get breathalyzer vending machines on their own, but then you have to go through all that headache of finding places, which is not easy. I've experienced with these type of vending machines, snack and water and ice. But so that's why that one's most passive, through breathalyzer in every bar. A tier would be a Vail car sharing if it's still in business. I was going to try a Turo management system. I created a video on it, but it never came to be. I was never able to get a car through them, so I don't know if that was going to be easy, but unfortunately this one's gone. So B tier, crypto mining, super easy, or passive I should say. Could make a little bit of money. If you live in like an apartment that includes, or renting somewhere that includes electricity, I'd be doing this all the time, because then you don't have to worry about your electricity bill going up because of crypto mining, and it's a super easy way to make money. Sports car memorabilia shop. This is fun for me. I enjoy sports, and it's easy. I buy the stuff, go price it and place it down. Don't have to worry about it. Snack and soda machines. They're great. They take a little bit more effort, refilling, making sure things aren't jamming. I have a number on mine, so if something does happen, the customers can reach me directly, which helps me not have to go out and check on it every single day. Sneaker flipping, or flipping of anything, is also good. Takes a little bit more effort than these ones above it. And then water and ice is at the bottom, because it will take the most effort out of all these I've tried. But I hope you enjoy. If you have any questions, please reach out, leave a comment. And if you want me to go in detail on any more of these side hustles, or what I like to try and call them as side slackers, side saunters, but most passive income streams, please let me know.